All right, so to start off, we have our superior vena cava, and it's going to be this area right here, this opening. That's for the superior vena cava. For the inferior vena cava, you go right down here, and it's going to be this opening right here, where you can see my probe is going into. Then, next one we have is our pulmonary trunk. And it's going to be this opening right here, where my probe is going into. Then we have our aorta, and it's going to be this opening right on top.
Mm-hmm.
And we have our pulmonary veins, which I found one of them, and it's going to be this area right here where it opens up and it goes into the left atrium. And then for our external anatomy, we have our base of our heart, which is this area right here, the base of our heart. We have our apex, which is this little point right here. Then we have our right auricle, and it's going to be right here. Looks like a little cauliflower ear. Then we have our left auricle, which is going to be right here on this side. Then we turn our heart over, and we have our coronary sulcus. It's going to be this area, coronary sulcus. Then we move it back over. We want the anterior interventricular sulcus, and it's going to be this right here, and it's going to separate the two atriums, two sides of the heart, the anterior. And then our posterior interventricular sulcus is this area right here, and it separates as well the atriums. All right, going into the internal anatomy, we're going to start off with our right atrium, and our right atrium is going to be right here. Our tricuspid valve is this right here, our tricuspid valve. Sorry. And then we have our right ventricle, and it's going to be this area right here, right ventricle. We have our left atrium. Let me move that out of the way. Our left atrium is right here. Our bicuspid valve is going to be this little flap right here in between. And then we have our left ventricle, and it's going to be this area right here. And then we have to go back. Oh, and then we have our interventricular septum that separates the two, and it's going to be right here. I had to cut some of it because it was in the way, so it's going to be this area right here. And then we have our chordae tendineae. Go back to our right side, and it's going to be these little strings that come off the valve. Chordae tendineae for the left or right side, and our left side, it's going to be these strings right here, also attached to our bicuspid valve on our left side. Chordae tendineae. Our pulmonary muscles, going back to the right ventricle, is going to be these little. There's little dips inside of them, and they go. And then for the left side, we have these little dips right here. And those are your pulmonary muscles, or I'm sorry, papillary muscles for the left side, and the papillary muscles for the right side. And then to do our epicardium, it's going to be this white little thin layer, the first layer of the heart. Epicardium. Then we have our myocardium, which is made up of the septum, myocardium, it's this area right here. And then we have the endocardium, that is going to be this thin little layer right here, where the papillary muscles connect right after the myocardium muscle. And that is it for our heart.